Hello folks and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Last time we launched and successfully landed this shuttle. The Bacon Shuttle. Shuttle Le Bacon. And we also saw that Bill, Jeb, and Bob are in orbit in the beta. Hey, get it? Because this is the first beta build of Kerbal Space. Okay, you get it. But yes, they are. I am determining that they are stranded in that old shuttle and not wanting to risk their lives with an attempted landing of a test product, not wanting to risk the lives of our most experienced pilots. In a test shuttle, we are going to rescue them. The plan is to attach this to this after rendezvous, then have that shuttle dock to this 2B thing and transfer the crew into this rescue pod. If that doesn't work, I don't know. Hold on. We'll have a backup. Here we are. Setting up the backup plan. Yes. Ooh. What? Why can't I? Ugh. Alright, get that. Hold on. Get that. What the hell did I do? Oh, wait. Wait. There. Alright, now just get that lined up in the center as good as possible. X to make it just one. Good enough. So, if I can't get them into this, they can just sit in the cargo bay. And we'll close them in there and they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Close. 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 Alright, let's see what we've got here. Why are you doing that? Stop it. Stop it! Son of a bitch. There we go. Alright. Make sure there's nothing else we need to do. Save, save. Launch. Last time after our landing, and sexy poses in front of the old Mark I cockpit statue. Instead of recovering the vessel, I simply reverted flight because I liked the takeoff time. It's right before they get over us. So, this time, we can set them as the target. Engage the ascent guidance. Launch to rendezvous. And engage. Wait, disengage. Let's turn on the RCS first. Much better. Now go. I'd rather not deal with... Wait. Close the intakes. There we go. Oh, I feel the sneeze coming on. Oh god. Don't you just hate that when you have to sneeze and it's like, nope! That's always fun. The frame rate is noticeably lower now. I'm not sure why. It's probably a RAM thing. It's usually a RAM thing. Or the fact that my kernel mode drivers crashed again earlier, and whenever they crash, the game seems to run at a much lower frame rate, unless... oh, never mind. Usually when I look up, it tends to run slightly faster. Not this time. That's a shame. Hopefully sometime soon I can get that fixed. I'm still not sure what the problem is, but whatever it might be, it's probably an easy fix, and I'm just an idiot. If push comes to shove, I think it's my graphics card, considering I'm using an older GTX 650 Ti, the Gigabyte's first make of it. It's the 1 gigabyte version with the small single fan cooler on it. If anything, that's probably the problem. I do really need a better graphics card. Anyways, I do plan to get a GTX 980 here soon, but rather than put that in this machine, which is not necessarily a gaming rig, I wish to build a brand new machine with 2 GTX 980s and all Haswell or Maxwell or whatever the hell they've named it architecture, with like an X99 Deluxe with DDR4 RAM and oh god, like a 6-core CPU of doom. But that's gonna cost like $3,000, and right now I don't have $3,000. So yeah, yeah. But that aside, we are still ascending into the heavens. Going to rendezvous with our Shuttle C.5. The C stands for cargo. I did have a passenger variant where all of these cargo bays were replaced with 2 large crew compartments, but I opted to get rid of that because, quite frankly, who needs to launch 1,000,000 Kerbals into space? Not me. Certainly not into just orbit. If I was going to launch 1,000,000 Kerbals anywhere, it'd be to the moon. Do something stupid, like make a moon base, or I don't know, roll a bunch of Kerbals down a hill. Alright, we're coming to the cutoff of our 2 main engine, or 2 side engines here. Going to be left with just the main. Excellent. I'm gonna start rolling back here and spinning around. The spin's probably not going to be nearly as smooth this time, thanks to the less than smooth frame rate. Ooh. Maybe not. I wasn't expecting that. Good job. Turn on the lights. Makes it look fancy. Close the mech jet window. We don't really need that open. Check our fuel. That's all fine. Close, please. Thank you. What? We have a 4th Kerbal. Aldous Kerman. Wait a minute. Where are you, Aldous Kerman? Does this really hold 4 Kerbals? Huh, it does. Interesting. I guess I could have kicked 3 of them out. And wait a minute, that means the other shuttle has 4 Kerbals in it. Just wait a minute. I'm not sure if this can hold 4 Kerbals. This thing here. Oh no. Well, looks like we might actually have to use those chairs after all. I wasn't planning on it, but oh god. 1 Kerbal better be ready to get thrown around in the cargo bay for a little while. Still ascending into the heavens. Let's check our rendezvous. sure why that got unset. Let's hit 9 and shut down one of our engines. Give the computers and RCS a little less to do. No, there they go again. 8. This kind of ship definitely is not a rescue craft. It's not well designed to do launch rendezvous. We'll see how it acts, or how it fares with meeting up with space stations later on. Now that we've left the atmosphere, we can reopen the intakes, just to make sure we do that for later, because more than once I've accidentally forgot to open those and blew out my jet engines, causing all sorts of problems. That's always fun. So what is that, 9-8? Let's hit 7. Cut off a couple more engines. Check our rendezvous. It's not very close. Matter of fact, it's getting further. Maybe I shouldn't have hit that 7. Wow, with that rendezvous launch, we've actually done less. We didn't have to hit 6. We will now hit 5 and extend our solar panels. Considering the sun is indeed out right now, it won't be for much longer, so God, that thrust. 6, cutting that down by quite a bit. Check our fuel situation. It's fine. But we are indeed quite a ways away from the other shuttle. Might have to use the rendezvous autopilot, but I don't think that works properly over about 19 kilometers away. It's probably going to expand our orbit out probably to about 120 and then bring the one side back in when it gets a rendezvous. Ugh, that's going to use so much fuel. Let's just set that as good. Oh, alright, let's mech-jeb, smart-ass, unmech-jeb, unsolid fuel. Wait a minute, we have solid fuel? Oh, the Sepratron's right. Alright. Prograde with a force rule 0. We will... debating on whether or not we want to separate this main tank. Let's hit the rendezvous autopilot real quick and see what it does. Let's hit 9. Cut back on the thrust of these rear engines a little bit. Come on. It's just a 6-second burn. Let me hit 9. see what that did to it. Ah, as I said. Brought us out. Or no, it's bringing us down, which means it's going straight for the rendezvous. I don't mind that at all. That's less fuel I have to use in this general portion of the ship. This estimated burn time is much shorter than the previous one. Not even a second. If it's going to burn. There we are. Considering it's a much smaller burn, that's much less throttle, which means we don't nearly have to control it as much. It's fairly controlled on its own. Okay, maybe 9. It's got another burn coming up here, a very small one in 6 seconds. And hitting that. Oh. Hello? Guys? Uh-oh. Oop, there she goes. It's alright. It's just getting closer to the other ship. Another small burn in 14 seconds. Bringing us down from 24 to 18 kilometers away. All 4 of our Kerbals seem fairly happy. As you can see, not burning on the node for some reason. Once again. May have something to do with the slight lag I'm dealing with. It seems we've unselected our target, that's the problem. Nope, I have accidentally switched craft. Whoops. As you can see, the beta version without the extra wings and fancy things. Bada bings. Switch back to our bacon version. Come on. Alright. Map, please. Ooh, we're inside the planet. That's a little awkward. Set that as our target and rendezvous autopilot, please. In 2 minutes and 14 seconds, we will be getting a burn node. Not sure that is the safest spot for a burn, but I'm going to trust Mech Jeb. Considering we don't have the real Jeb on this shuttle, we will use the computer version. Honestly, I don't trust the real Jeb as much as the computer version. Coming in just meters. It's this burn that makes or breaks our rendezvous. Or our shuttles. Oh, this is gonna be close. Hit the gas, Mech Jeb. And we're passing. Not burning. Burn, please. Someone. then after this burn, I am going to wait for it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Disengage our autopilot. Remove our maneuver node. Detach the main engine. Switch to our maneuvering engines. And wait for it. Re-enable our autopilot, allowing us much finer control of the craft. Hopefully. Maybe. As you can see, the frame rate not doing very well. It's definitely not the part count. Considering our last mission, the frame rate was fine. Not to mention, this does indeed happen after every kernel mode driver crash, but it's not a big deal. It happens. It's life. Computers are not consoles. You do indeed need a minimal level of experience with them to be able to properly game on these machines. You need to know how to install drivers. You need to know how to, at the very least, base bug fixing stuff like flickering lights, messing with AA settings. A little more advanced, going into config settings and changing things in there. I haven't had any of those problems in a very long time, certainly not on this particular machine. Coming in for our slowing burn here in 55 seconds. The autopilot, let's give it some time. It does not want to time warp. Alright, I guess we'll be sitting here for 50 seconds then. How about that weather? How about that moon? How about... I'm not very good with conversation. Especially when there's no one to talk to. Alright, we're coming in. We'll let that autopilot do its thing. We will go to this. We will set the other shuttle as our target for this shuttle. We will then open this cargo bay, revealing the docking system. We will wait. First, let's get rid of that. We don't need it. Let's control from here. Open smartass, it's already open. And point at target. Excellent. Ooh, where are you going, buddy? Get out of here. Go away. Thank you. Alright. Let's turn off the lights for this. Switch back to our other shuttle as it comes in for its slowing burn here. 8 seconds. Three seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Burn for 1 second or so. A little more than 1 second, but it's alright. We are now going away from the craft, damn it. Perhaps MechJeb was not the best choice. Oh wait, no, we are still indeed approaching. No, we are. Yes. We're going away. That was simply our cockpit swinging closer. Let's just disengage that. point at our target. Perfect. Now as we slowly drift closer, we will open our 2 cargo bays that require to be open. We will turn on this light. We will control from here to point at our target, which is indeed that shuttle. We will... Can we set the target as the docking port from here? Yes! Excellent. Alright. Now, let's decouple this node here, switch to that tiny little thing, go into RCS mode. Not sure how this thing's going to control. Not very well, clearly. Control from here. Set as target. Open up the docking autopilot. Point at our target, please, if you would. I do not have a computer on this thing. It's only using RCS. And I don't have the correct things to make it aim at that. Crap. Yeah, we have a problem. Alright. Was not expecting this. Never mind. Turn off. Close. I guess we're just going to be transferring the crew. Bill, Jeb, Bob, and Guilfred. Shit. Alright. Actually, let's leave Guilfred on. We'll let Guilfred attempt to land this, considering he is not our veteran Kerbal, or one of them. Let's hit our lights, please. Not sure if those are on. L? There we go. Not sure why the Kerbal lights are L while everything else's lights are U. It's quite annoying. Oh, we should probably open that. Can a Kerbal open that from outside? Let's get close and find out. Because I did indeed face the door the right way. No, you can't. Alright. Switch to the shuttle. No. 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 Maybe. Yes! Open. Switch to Jebediah. Indeed much harder to do with the low frame rate. Grab. And board! Alright, 1 down. 2 to go. Considering we don't need that open, we can close it. Bob, EVA please, if you would. this pack. Get on over to the ship there. Hit our lights. Oop. Oop, going up, going down. Go up a wee bit. A wee bit more. You never know how much concentration this takes until you do it yourself. Oh jeez. Especially with this damn frame rate. Ugh. It's kind of irritating. This kernel mode driver thing seems to be quite the common problem. But I can't find a Unity or Kerbal Space Program related version. It's usually just whenever anyone starts up their computer, the kernel mode drivers crash on them. Where for me, it's only Kerbal Space Program and TerraTech. Both Unity games. But considering they've already crashed once, and they don't tend to crash more than once, it would seem, we're doing just fine. Haven't had a crash in a while. Then again, do keep in mind, I am recording the last episode and this episode back to back, which means within the end of that video and the beginning of this one was about a minute and a half. So, but as you saw at the end of that video, coming into land, there was a drop in the FPS. Not sure why. Again, I don't understand these problems. I just deal with them and move on with my day. And this has been a recurring problem since I built this computer a few months ago. I suspect it's some kind of compatibility issue with my components. Not sure which ones, not sure why. I have an MSI gaming motherboard. One of the Z something or another boards. And a Gigabyte GTX 650 Ti. Not necessarily sure if either of those things have something to do with these kernel mode driver crashes or any of the annoying software MSI made me download with this damn motherboard. But I have flashed and updated my BIOS for the motherboard as well as all of the drivers for my graphics card. I have tried downgrading the drivers for my graphics card. None of that worked. And there we go. All of our Kerbals except for what's-his-face. Bill, Jeb, and Bob happy back in their rescue pod. Alright, now that that's done, and now that we know there's an auto-lad feature for space planes, let's show the landing nav ball guidance. Let's land at the Kerbal Space Center. Still no idea what these are. Let's hit the auto land feature. Switch back to our staging so we know what's what and what's using what. Not sure what it's doing, honestly. You're pointed. What are we pointed at? Map. focus is our shuttle. We don't have any things set as our target. Interesting. Alright, let's activate the... Is it auto-warping? No? It's not doing anything. Let's go to the... Where is it? Regular landing guidance. Let's set it as the pad. Set. Land at target, please. Auto warp. Let's turn parachutes off, considering this thing doesn't have any. When we come out of time warp, I'm going to hit F5 to pull in the solar panels. Honestly, the solar panels not very effective with their current placement, but they do look quite nice. F5, bring those babies in. Interesting, it counted as a hold, so it quick saved. F5, F5, crap. F6, what was it? Fuck. F4? Well, dick butt. We'll do these manually then. Okay, well, now at least we have a quick save up here, meaning that if anything overly terrible happens, we can reload and try again. I'd much rather not have to do that, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Not sure. Let's abort that auto landing. Still have no idea what my ship's doing. Where is the KSC? There it is. Ooh, this is going to be a night landing. This is going to be difficult. Open that. What in the world? Oh, no, 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 no. Abort, abort, abort. I was controlling it from the docking port still. Ooh, alright. That was fun. Launch pad. Land at the launch pad. Oh, wait. Wait for that to stop spinning. Move this. Turn these lights off. Wait, do these count as... Oh, there's a crew hatch on the back of this, I forgot. Close that. But that is indeed in between all of this crap up against the back of the cockpit, so it's kind of useless. Let's move this over here. We no longer need the ascent guidance, we no longer need rendezvous. No longer need smart ass space plane guidance. I'm not, that one's a tough one. I could really use it to land at the runway. Bringing that down. Of course, this is going to attempt to land me directly on top of the pad, which is what I don't want to do. I want to burn a bit more after to come down somewhere around here, so I may fly / glide / whatever I end up doing to the space center. Alright, it's coming in to do that. So, abort the auto land. Wait, now we need the smartass. 2-point retrograde at a force roll of 0. Wait for it, and burn a wee bit more to bring that down quite a bit more. Because if you recall, with a normal lander it tries to burn through the atmosphere in reverse. There we are. Alright, let's try that. Prograde. The intakes are open. X. 3. Our engines are primed. Still as stressful as the first time. Ooh, we are entering the atmosphere quite low. I don't like the look of that. We'll see. Oh dear. This may be replay of our first ever attempt. Let's turn MechJeb off, turn the actual computer on, and aim it at the horizon. I don't recall at what altitude these engines flame out, so I'm going to come to about here on the atmosphere-o-meter, because if I recall, these are pretty high altitude working engines. I'm going to keep it about 5 degrees up, just to get a good glide going on, but not too good. I just want to skim the atmosphere till past these mountains. Bill, Jeb, and Bob looking alright. Dudfrid, Mermin, and Aldos also looking alright. No one's particularly losing their minds quite yet. Thank God. As we come into the atmosphere, evening at the Kerbal Space Center. What is that? I bet you that's the other little moon. What's it called? Indeed it is. That is Minmus. Far off in the distance, with the moon right above us. Wow, look at that. Very nice. Wow, this is looking to be a near perfect landing. Wow. As we glide here over the tops of the mountain range, the grave site of the last Bill, Jeb, and Bob. We'll say we cloned them. Why not? Let's tilt it down a wee bit. We may be able to just glide into this landing. 53 kilometers away. As you can see, the front still wants to do or the ship still wants to do that backflip. Alright, we're definitely not going to glide that far. Let's bring the engines on. About there. You can see the RCS working a little bit. Matter of fact, let's bring the nose down. Bring the nose all the way down. Going to want to throttle up quite a bit more, and And that will indeed cause the ship to want to backflip. Turn on our lights. I believe that's on, yes. Just in case we get a little too low to the ground and I need to see. They really need to overhaul the aerodynamic system in this game. Because those wings and the... oh no. What are you doing? Not this crap again. 3 kilometers above the surface, 30 kilometers from the Kerbal Space Center. As the ship freaks out again. Roll. Turn the jet. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. Let's use these small booster engines for now. They will... oh no. No, we need to use the jet engines. Even if we can't learn to land at the Kerbal Space Center, we will still do our best to land. I'm not losing 7 Kerbals on a mission. Oh, don't you dare. Alright, we've got her in control now. The much heavier atmosphere down here is helping our insane flying situation, thankfully. Whew. Ooh, we're getting quite close to the ground now. Still doing just fine though. Kerbal Space Center just over those hills, so if we can pull up just a bit. There we go, gaining altitude once again. Oh, that's why it's trying to... I'm an idiot. I had the freaking computer set to point at that. If I had it set to this, would have been fine. Would have been just fine. God, I'm stupid sometimes. Bring this down just a bit. We don't need to be going up that quickly. You're not dropping by a tiny amount. It'll be fine. Go back a wee bit. See the Kerbal Space Center from here. Let's get in a more lined up area with the runway. Down just slowly. The light's still able to barely reach the ground. Coming in, lining up with the runway. Perhaps I should fiddle with some control surfaces in the nose area to try keeping this thing stabilized in flight. Whilst I do have wings in there, the way that... Ooh. Whoa, hello. Nope. Do not do that, please. That is up. We want to not go up. The way that the the aerodynamic system works in this game, the control surfaces have much more lift than the actual wings themselves, which is quite stupid if you ask me. Like, you could take a bunch of fuel tanks, strap them together, drain them of fuel, then just completely fill them, the interiors of them, with control surfaces, and make a blimp, or a dirigible, or a zeppelin, whatever you'd like to call them. But I've seen people do that. They're quite cool, actually. Here we come, in for our landing. Cut our engines. Let them spool down as we come in. Twist a wee bit. Have those rear landing gear touch first, and we're down. Our second successful landing with the Bacon Shuttle. Let's go drive over to our victory statue like last time. Switch on the maneuvery engine simply because they don't have to spool. Next time, we will try to land the Beta Shuttle with what's-his-face in it. We'll probably fail, but at least we will not have lost Bill, Jeb, and Bob. And with that, I am off. This has been Kerbal Space Program .90 Shuttle Edition. Have a good night, everyone.